Days dissolved like wax beneath a flame. The children's drawings clung to Willowbrook Elementary's corkboard, tsunamis in jagged cerulean, wildfires in smeared crimson, and a single blank page labeled Dundee End in a child's trembling hand. By dawn, the art show's laughter had curdled. Hannah's crayon waves matched the Coast Guard's photos stroke for corpse. The teachers burned the sketches. The ash reformed into the same tsunami, hovering above the furnace, its stick figure faces screaming. The children's fingers split next. Not blood. Wax. Crimson crayon tips pushing through their skin. Jason's mother framed his in fire shapes, praising their vibrant chaos. 3 days later, those scribbles devoured her orchard. Firefighters found no embers, no sparks, only ashes twisted into stick figures, their charred limbs mirroring Jason's crude lines. And in the soot, a symbol, a crayon-drawn eye inside a clock, the same symbol carved beneath desk 7, where Luis Rivera now sketched his mother's face, melting. Beneath the floorboards, the walls pulsed. Parents pried up tiles, revealing a crawl space choked with decades of art. 1,953 train crashes, 1,920 seconds plagues, all signed by third graders. A sheriff's note fluttered free and burned the cursed pages, silenced the class. It won't happen again. Lies. The librarian's corpse lay beneath, clutching a 1,920-second sketch of this video. The children's giggles echoed through time. Finish it, they whispered. Ms. Rivera banned crayons. Luis drew anyway, on his arms, the fridge, his baby sister's crib. Petty shapes, he lisped, wax bubbling from his nostrils. His mural spread, skyscrapers collapsing into crayon dust, clocks bleeding into puddles of eyes. At 3:07 a.m., the symbol beneath his bed pulsed, eye inside a clock, and the floorboards wept wax. A child's voice slithered. "On you promised." The bunker reeked of paraffin and rot. Child-sized robes hung moldering, sleeves stained with decades of wax. The principal's ledger confessed we let them draw, so IT would spare us. But what was it? The answer dripped from Luis's crayon as he sleepwalked, etching gears into his palms. Almost time, he giggled. The walls peeled back, revealing a 1,920 seconds classroom. Same corkboard, same screams. Ms. Rivera clawed at the symbol. The floorboards split. A crayon box tumbled free, its lid stamped guest 1,920. Inside, stubs labeled G. Hawthorne, 1,928. M. Voss, 1,931. L. Carter, 1,931. All predecessors, all erased. Their final drawings, blank pages. No, Ms. Rivera gasped as Luis's mural shifted. Their faces now hollow, frames hungry for hers. The clock chimed 3:07. Luis's eyes hardened into glass. "Trade places," he hissed, crayons orbiting his head like vultures. The walls bled wax. Ms. Rivera's reflection fractured, first lagging, then smirking, finally shattering into a command, "Draw." The crayon box rattled, empty. The blank page spread, first erasing roads, then faces. Willowbrook frayed into sketch lines, parents screaming as their skin peeled into paper, their voices crumpling like discarded drafts. The children floated now, crayons orbiting their heads like vultures. "Finish it," they chanted, wax dripping from their teeth. The bunker's truth festered. The blank page wasn't prophecy. It was a contract. Luis's hands moved. Not his. Theirs. 1,920 seconds fingers. 1,953 palms. 1,986 wrists. Crayons etched a tornado devouring the town. Stick figures screaming in its funnel, their faces merging with the viewers' reflections. Ms. Rivera begged, "Take me." Luis smiled, wax tears hardening into his cheeks. "Lunch you already gave us." Beneath the school, the ritual pulsed. Child-sized robes wriggled, filled with decades of ash. The symbol, eye inside a clock, glowed on the floor, its gears gnawing through reality. Ms. Rivera's wedding ring tarnished, her tongue thickening into a crayon stub. When she screamed, numerals spilled, 3:07. The walls peeled back, revealing a cathedral of scribbled bones. At its altar, a crayon box labeled BT End. "And trade places," hissed the 1,920 seconds children, their waxen faces melting into Luis's. "Or a new artist. They become the canvas. You walk free." Black wax oozed from the box, seizing Ms. Rivera's throat. Visions unfolded. The architect's daughter, dead in 1923, her corpse fueling this cursed cycle. A chain of damned souls, G. Hawthorne sketching his own train crash, M. Voss drowning in his flooded basement art, all choosing to corrupt, not die. Ms. Rivera's spine stiffened into a ruler. Her hair unraveled into pencil shavings. The tornado on the wall roared alive, its stick figures clawing into the classroom. Almost time, Luis giggled, his eyes hollowing into clock faces. The parents' skin tore like construction paper, their screams folding into origami crows. The fireplace offered one truth: her son, alive in 1923, drawing sunlit fields. The architect's laugh boomed. Trade him, live again. Ms. Rivera's paper heart crinkled. Wax tears fell. Never. The ritual retaliated. Crayons petrified. The desks sprouted gears. Ms. Rivera's left arm crystallized into a red wax key. Guest 2023 etched in dripping script. She shattered the classroom mirrors, glass slicing through time. 1923 bled into 2023. The school door creaked open. To her son, now a stranger scrolling the retro crayon app. Cool art filter, he laughed, snapping a photo of the crumbling town. Take his place, hissed the walls. See your child again? Ms. Rivera's gears sparked. She stabbed her wax key into the symbol, rewriting the ritual's rules. The bunker convulsed. Walls peeled back, exposing its core. A mausoleum of petrified children, their bones ground to pigment. G. Hawthorne clutched M. Voss's chalk-dusted hand. L. Carter hugged the architect's daughter. Luis reached through time. 10th. It's time to go, Mommy. Punch check out requires. Ms. Rivera's voice dissolved into crayon scratches. Her son's app pinged. A notification glowed. Want your masterpieces trending? The town rebuilt itself. Sleeker. Hungrier. A retro crayon ad bloomed on every screen. And timeless art awaits. Ms. Rivera's voice echoed from the comments. 5 stars. My son's creativity soared. Her face flickered in the app's logo, wax devouring her skin. You're hearing this because they chose you. That crayon doodle on your fridge, the clock in the corner, it's already happening. The blank page glows on your child's tablet. It's your turn to draw. At 3:07 the screen warps. A child's whisper, we're almost out of colors. Your reflection smears into wax. The crayon itches. The mural's eye opens. At 3:07, the crayon box refilled. Not with wax, with flesh. The final stick glistened, black and veined, labeled Guest 2023 tree in cursive blood. Ms. Rivera's son tapped the retrocrayon app, his selfie warping into a sketch of his mother's hollowed eyes. Cool filter, he laughed. The walls behind him peeled into paper. The RI tool demanded balance. For one to escape, another must burn. Ms. Rivera's wax key pulsed, Guest 2023 now etched in her son's pupils. She lunged, but her legs shattered into colored chalk. The children's chant crescendoed. Finish it, finish it. The blank page glowed, its edges curling like fire. Luis's hands moved, not his, hers. Ms. Rivera's fingers snapped into crayons, sketching her son's face melting into the mural. And trade places, hissed the 1920 seconds chorus. Lure him, you walk free. The architect's laugh boomed from the clock. Or stay and replace me. Ms. Rivera's wax heart melted. She stabbed the black crayon into the symbol, eye inside a clock, and time tore. 1923 bled into 2023. The bunker's door creaked open. To her son, now a stranger holding a crayon labeled Nay and the End. This art project's gonna go viral, he grinned, filming the crumbling town. The walls hissed, take his place. Ms. Rivera's reflection fractured. First mother, then monster. Finally, a command, draw. She snapped the crayon. The town unfolded. Roads flattened into paper. Skies ripped into confetti. Parents dissolved into stick figures, their screams harmonizing with 1923's ghosts. Ms. Rivera's son stared, his phone glitching. Doubt retro crayon error. Artist not found. The crayon box emptied. All but one, black. Ms. Rivera's final sketch pulsed, a door, her door. The app notification chimed, once your masterpiece is complete. You're reading this because they chose you. That doodle on your desk, the clock in the corner? It's not a clock, it's a countdown. The retro crayon app updates, a new filter, Apocalypse chic, your child's face flickers in the preview. At 3:07 the screen cracks. Wax bleeds from the pixels. The final crayon rolls from your drawer. Guess your name. Your reflection smears into charcoal. The mural's eye widens. The children whisper, "We're out of colors. But we'll always have you." When the future's drawn in crayon, you'll beg to be erased.